Until you start holding these judges accountable, they are going to continue to find ways to benefit the criminal element.
Homie King U, a real political prisoner. This his story. Free King U. They villainize the hero because he rose to the occasion. Survived the knives and the blows. They villainize our desperation. They villainize the hero because he rose to the occasion. Survive the knives and the blows. They villainize our desperation. Law versus law enforcement. Their story versus my name. Can't really say I enjoyed this. All the pressure, all the pain. Can't stand your ground when you're black in FLA. Can't protect the ones that you love where you stay. I seen the obstacles, I seen the windy roads, I seen the storms unrolling. They enforce the laws that punish us all, and not the ones protect us from the fall. I used to look away, but now I see the injustice a trap for you and me. Fraud on the court, we double down, they stories fake. Misleading instructions, the jury play. Misdirection, they've mastered, they look away. Miscarriage of justice, illegally detained. They tried to bury me, didn't know I was a seed. Accomplished things they can't believe. Evidence scream I should be free. Your honor's what we need. The good old boy system's still a thing. We see but don't see, so nothing's changed. New painter, same picture, we fit a frame. His story, our mission, let's break some chains. They villainize the hero because he rose to the occasion. Survived the knives and the blows. They villainize our desperation. They villainize the hero because he rose to the occasion. Survived the knives and the blows. They villainize our desperation.
Need I say more? This video has at least the weight of an affidavit and can be used as evidence in any constitutional court of law. Under penalties of perjury, I swear the following facts and statements are true and correct to the best of my knowledge, so help me God. And help me America expose this good old boy system of corruption. For over 18 years, I, John W. Dobbs, Florida, D.C. number C00618, have been illegally detained based on the actions of a network of officials starting under the watchful eyes of the 9th Judicial Circuit Court of Orange County, Florida, with no end in sight. See case number 48, 2006, CF 15201-0. It's a matter of public record. The discovery evidence establishes that on the early morning of October 25th, 2006, around 2 a.m., my ex and I were ambushed by 5 drunk men, strangers, while leaving a strip club called The Dollhouse in Orlando. We'd only been in Florida a day and a half visiting my children from a previous relationship. We were the only classified African Americans at the club, and before leaving, one of the men asked me, "Where's the hoes at?" because me and my boys want to fuck. In the parking lot, they surrounded us saying, "Get the girl." It only took 4 of them to beat me down to one knee eventually. Cut 6 times, I was forced to use my own 3.5-inch pocket knife to fend them off, injuring 3 of them, killing the 4th or 5th guy that entered the fight. Despite the stand your ground law being over a year old at the time and all of them being convicted felons, the first guy even being on probation, she and I were the only ones arrested, likely because of the wealth and influence of two of their families, one being that of the deceased. For the first month or two, I was held without a single sworn or notarized statement against me. As each of them trying to cover their tracks said they didn't know how the fight started, they got in to help a friend and couldn't say for sure which one. Initially, no one said I started the fight. My case docket actually starts with the entry, October 25th, 2006, complaint filed, none, followed by my county jail inmate number. The clerk of court was aware I was being held without probable cause, thus illegally. Therefore, the court lacked subject matter jurisdiction and acted where it had no authorization in violation of Chapter 1.01 of Florida Criminal Practice and Procedure, and any statements not sworn to before a person authorized to administer oath that are used to support my detainment amount to not just fraud but fraud in the court. Issues that can be brought up anytime and as many times as is necessary to get to the heart of the matter. So, trying to hide the notice that no complaint was filed to initiate the proceedings, they list my docket entries from end to beginning to confuse people instead of beginning to end as its regular procedure. As every other witness, including security for the club, says it started as a fist fight with me facing multiple opponents. Security's admission to calling police prior to anyone being stabbed means the 911 recordings would contain exculpatory evidence in my favor. Ironically, Florida officials claim the 911 recordings could not be produced due to a malfunction. Even the ones calling the ambulance once they came back and found people stabbed. They wouldn't take me to the hospital like everyone else. Instead, they stitched me up in the county jail where the doctor told me I looked like I'd been attacked by dogs. And the arresting detective David Felon filed in his report that I had no injuries. At the December 22nd, 2006 adversary preliminary hearing, the first sworn statement demonstrating the crime on my part appears with this man named Andre Blanco saying I started the fight. As if the guy who leaves the strip club with the girl would be so jealous of 5 lonely drunk guys who are all bigger than him in a state where he's a foreigner that he drags his girl into a circle where he attacks them with a pocket knife. His claim that I drove my car to his, jumped out and lunged at him, stabbing him in the face for some unknown reason, but he didn't see the knife and never knew he was stabbed. He only recognized himself as being punched really hard, after which he gets up, runs at me, and admittedly attacks me from behind, is the only statement of facts incriminating me throughout my entire trial court process. This claim was not only contradicted by his prior statements to police and by CSI also, who says our cars were parked 6 parking spaces apart and blood spatter evidence shows the altercation took place at the rear passenger side of my vehicle, but all other witnesses say he approached me and it started as a fist fight. Even his partner Francisco Garte, who attacked me next, says he saw Andre approach me, we started fighting, he's not sure who swung first, but I got in a good punch, and when he saw Andre fall, that's when he attacked by running at me, swinging twice, missed both times, and I punched him in the face before stabbing him. Obviously, if Andre Blanco testifies to running after me and attacking me from behind right after he fell, and Francisco Garte testifies that he ran at me swinging after he saw Andre hit the floor, then it is undisputed that I was under attack by multiple assailants at the same time from the earliest moments of the fight, and that Anthony Riolano and the deceased William Troy entered the brawl, compounding my desperation of their own free will, while there is no demonstrable evidence that I used my knife prior to facing multiple assailants. It couldn't even be manslaughter, much less murder, because the slaughter was against me. Even if a judge or jury chose to believe Andre Blanco over everybody else, his statement revealing that he didn't detect a knife prior to attacking with either of his 5 senses makes it unlawful for them to find me guilty of anything more than a simple battery, and every action I take after must be deemed self-defense as a matter of law, especially because he actually says he grabbed me and started hitting me from behind. So how is it I'm sentenced to the max for every charge? 15 years for aggravated battery against Andre Blanco, 15 years for aggravated battery against Francisco Garte, and natural life for the alleged murder of William Troy. Acts every member of the court knows are non-existent offenses when protecting yourself or another is an element. Crimes that never occurred. Sheriff's Deputy Herbert Mercado referred to me as the victim twice at the hearing. Prior to that, during my interrogation, when I asked arresting Detective David Fellon what he thought happened, he said you get into a fight with 4 guys, pull out your knife, and go to work. In the interrogation room, when I asked CSI Allison Wright, when I asked CSI Allison Wright if she ever heard of anything like this, she said out of her own mouth, self-defense, yeah. Yet the law is that they have reason to believe this was a justifiable use of force. They are not even supposed to arrest you. I requested a trial by judge knowing they would have to properly apply the law or bear the burden solely for their incompetence. My request was denied. At trial, the manager of the Dollhouse, Donald Swift, testified that Andre Blanco came back to the club a week later to apologize to him for the incident, but Judge Lisa T. Money asked the jury to leave for that part and instructed him not to tell them. My ex, Deanna Washington, was threatened as an accessory to murder, terrifying her from standing by my side. She somehow mustered the courage to testify that they surrounded and attacked me, saying, "Get her," and their intentions were to take her away from me. In closing arguments, State Prosecutor Kimberly Laskoff changed her theory of guilt from her opening argument that I brought a knife to a fist fight, starting with Blanco and I in a fighting stance, which no one testified to another confusing fabricated theory, again knowing not even the alleged victims testified to, because all the laws and evidence were on my side. She fabricated events and conversations that never occurred, therefore infiltrating the jury's mind as a witness. Though all the alleged victims testified they didn't know any of them were stabbed or bleeding until the very end of the fight, which they say lasted around a minute and a half, she said they only joined the fight to help each other after they saw their friends bleeding and falling to the ground. She said my expressed desire to protect my girl was a magic trick I was trying to pull on the jury. Yet she told them the fact that the alleged victims couldn't get their story straight was evidence they didn't get together and make it up. She said Deanna was egging me on, asking me to do something about an insult that never took place. She said there's no way I didn't commit murder, and made statements like, quote unquote, "That's not what we made the law for," giving the impression she actually helped make the stand your ground law, trying to rob the jury of its pardon and power. She said I held the knife in an underhanded way, different from how I described, though the truth is they were too busy attacking to notice my knife or be concerned for each other. And despite club security Justin Idell testifying he saw one of them come at me from behind, describing me being hit with something shiny, her excuse for me being cut 6 times was I cut myself, also telling the jury they didn't have any weapons despite the razor found on the scene. She actually says, and I quote, I submit that he cut, and I quote, pardon me. She actually says, and I quote, I submit that he held the knife like this and put on a demonstration. And also, I quote, I submit that he cut himself and put on a demonstration. But the transcripts have been altered to have her as saying it's the state's position that he held the knife like this, and it's the state's position that he cut himself. So her statements wouldn't be automatic grounds for reversal on appeal. So much of the transcripts have been altered to protect the conviction. They say they never recorded the trial by audio or video. Incarcerating us is a ruthless business, and out here prosecutors practice ruthless tactics in order to convince you as a juror that this person you do not know deserves the punishment they aim to deliver. A common strategy, which is actually illegal amounting to prosecutor misconduct, is playing false witness, making personal comments about the defendant's guilt or innocence or disputed facts, because the average juror will no longer view it as the defendant being tried by a system seeking the truth of the matter, relying on their opinion of the evidence. It becomes a question of whether you believe the credibility of the defendant or the prosecutor themselves, whose integrity has personally never been questioned or subjected to cross-examination. The average juror would then ignore the evidence and think, why would they lie, and not be able to find a single reason. I want to petition that defendants are allowed to call their prosecutors to the stand to examine whether any motivating factors other than guilt or innocence are at play. So, anyway, they force a trial by jury, but if you question the jurors, you'll find only one came into the courtroom in my presence to read the guilty verdict. No matter what the transcripts say about them all being and coming in and being questioned, I never saw any of the other jurors ever again after they went to deliberate. Since then, I've been subjected to an indefinite imprisonment. On direct appeal, when I told my public defender, Kevin Holtz, all the evidence in my favor in a phone conversation, he said, and I quote, I can argue this thing where they have to release you, but you know they're not going to let you go. In our last phone conversation, when I explained that the charging information wasn't even signed or notarized, which I tried to explain it at the adversary preliminary hearing, he simply says, what if he signs it? What if he signs it? This was 2008, 2 years after it was filed. So I fired him and represented myself to argue my issues. And when he sent me the trial court records, he sent a signed, notarized, backdated version. I found numerous misleading jury instructions planted around the stand your ground law to make the jury believe I had to back down and retreat before I could lawfully stand and fight. A couple even deemed fundamental error by Florida courts, such as the extra comma deemed entirely versus state to be error because it causes the jury to believe you don't have the right to stand your ground against non-deadly force. Then there's the error complained of in Montgomery versus state, where the extra element of intent makes it harder to find the jury makes it harder to find the defendant guilty of manslaughter than second-degree murder when the opposite should be true. There's the error in calling the initial provocation instruction an initial aggressor instruction without letting the jury know that it means aggressor, because the word provoke could mean to irritate or annoy and not necessarily aggressor in layman's terms. Also, there's the necessity instruction, which concedes guilt and makes it impossible for the jury to find me not guilty unless I prove the harm I prevented was greater than the harm I caused. So I can no longer meet force with equal force. All this in violation of both the Florida and U.S. constitutions. Nevertheless, I have been denied on every corner, despite misleading jury instruction, despite insufficient evidence, despite the weight of the evidence on my side, despite selective prosecution, despite prosecutorial misconduct, despite the prosecutors knowing use of perjured testimony, despite fraud upon the court, despite even the court's lack of subject matter jurisdiction, issues that cannot be time barred. These denials never have an opinion on the points and are never explained except to say the conviction or denial before supports the denial now. The repercussions of my potential lawsuit has mysterious individuals intimidating both supporters and other officials. We paid George Rears and his paralegal/investigator Keith Harris to present my arguments to Orlando's Conviction Integrity Review Unit back in 2022. They have not returned our calls for the whole of 2024. Every official, clerk, or magistrate, or otherwise who says they will work within the law to get justice has the case taken from them by a supervisor who will deny it or dismiss it. From court to court, I run into a chain of interchangeable corruption, demonstrating that a secret union or whatever form of judicial gangbanging has infiltrated multiple facets of our justice system. I'm currently held in Florida Department of Corrections on redacted paperwork and have been the subject of a vicious mail and phone call interference campaign where I never received hundreds of letters from supporters, including friends and family who say they've written me over 15 times, even taking pages out of sealed legal mail I've sent or not mailing it at all. Also, 9 times out of 10 not allowing my phone calls to go through, telling them I hung up, or telling me they disconnected or wouldn't accept my call. Now not even delivering my responses on the JPay Securus e-messaging service, all to discourage you guys from supporting me. The bottom line is, I'm a political prisoner illegally detained with all the laws and evidence on my side over 18 years, just not the law enforcers, all because of my race and socioeconomic status in the face of wealthy families and big business as Orlando becomes America's tourist capital, and Judge Lisa T. Munyon, who despite the law and the evidence sentenced me to die in prison because she became the chief judge for the 9th Judicial Circuit and thus the go-to judge, criminal or civil, for the whole city. This case is the epitome of the systematic oppression plaguing minority families since before the civil rights movement. The abundance of violations makes it the ideal catalyst for change. So at the very least, promote the video, or cower and turn a blind eye as you or your friends or loved ones fall victim and our youth say, damn the law, because they don't enforce the laws that protect us, just the ones that screw us over. There's an insidious element in our justice system bent on misdirection and having the public opinion always view us as the bad guys, never the heroes, unless we work for them. That's a monkey wrench in their secret favor for a favor system. They'd rather make tourists disappear than publicize the threat some of their good old boys pose. These statements being sworn to as prima facie evidence, which must be disproven, not just denied. God bless the activist God Bless America, Open the Gates, Free King U. Yeah, they stand as prima facie evidence. That means that basically, it has the weight of where it has to be disproven in the court of law.
Following transcription does not depict the actual voices of Detective Telton and Deanna Washington, but these are the actual words according to the transcript of a taped interview conducted by the Orange County Sheriff's Detective Telton, recorded just hours after the incident on October 25th, 2006. Her man, King U, would eventually be the only man arrested, offered no plea, no bail, and would receive the maximum for each charge, including a natural life sentence without the possibility of parole for the described events which took place outside of a strip club at around 2 a.m. All this despite the Stand Your Ground law being 1 year old at the time, and in order to please wealthy families. See 9th Judicial Circuit Court of Orange County, Florida, case number 48-200-CF-015201-0 in State versus John W. Dobbs. All the laws and all the evidence on his side, just not the law enforcement. Free King U. Did you ever hear Mr. Dobbs say anything, the black man?
No, ma'am. If anything, it was come on or come on. Come on, everybody. You know it's just a fight and no sentences. No anything like that.
Okay. So when you walked into the scene, had the fight already begun?
I would say it's about 30 feet to the door. I was probably 40 feet away as the two gentlemen were coming together.
Okay. And did you see, so you saw the Hispanic male walk over to the black male as well?
Yes, ma'am.
How many feet would you say they were apart?
From where the cars were parked, you want me to describe to you? The cars were probably 40 feet apart.
Okay. And how many feet would you say the Hispanic male walked toward the black male?
Probably 30 to 10. The Hispanic male walked 30, and the black male probably walked 10.
Okay. So the Hispanic male walked more feet toward the black male?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the Hispanic male run toward the black male?
No, ma'am.
And when the Hispanic male walked those 30 feet to the black male, what did you hear? Or what did you first see happen?
As he was approaching him, it was looking like they were going to fight. And then the black male swung and hit him. And instantly he spun, caught himself from on the ground with his hands. He didn't hit the ground and fall. He almost did, but he caught himself with his hands and got back up.
And you said it looked like they were about to fight. What actions of the Hispanic male did you think that they were about to fight?
They were approaching each other. Huffy,
Okay.
No hands up, no fist up or anything like that. They were just approaching each other.
And during this time, what were the Hispanic male's 3 friends doing?
They hadn't left the car yet.
Were they just watching it?
Yeah.
Okay. Were they saying any words to any of the two people?
Nothing legible or audible that I heard.
But did you hear them scream or yell anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. After the Hispanic male did these three Hispanics, what did the three other friends do?
The second one approached.
Okay.
Singly.
He did what?
A second one approached singly.
Okay. What did he do?
He swung at the black male twice, missed, and then the black male hit him.
So the Hispanic male, could you see how hard the punches were or attempts?
The attempts, drunken roundhouses.
Okay. But he had been trying to punch him twice before the other person.
Before he got hit.
Okay. And then what was the female doing at this time?
Screaming. And as the third guy approached, she attacked him.
Okay. Because was the second male, the second Hispanic male and the black male, they were still involved in the fight at the time?
Yes.
Okay. So the female was trying to ward off the third person coming up?
Yes.
Okay. But because presumably this third person was trying to help out his friend.
Presumably.
All right. And were the fourth Hispanic male? Where was the fourth Hispanic male?
He was still standing by the vehicle. He was still standing. He hasn't approached anything yet.
Okay. And tell me what happened after the female and the third Hispanic male were at it. Can you describe how she was, how they were fighting?
She was trying to kick and hit him.
And what was he doing in response?
He went to grab her, and I instantly went there and told him, I will mace you both and blind you. You go to your car, you go to your car.
Okay. And did they follow your directions?
They split up. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what? When they split up, what did the Hispanic male do? Did he go back to his friends?
No, ma'am. I believe he went to after the black male.
Okay. So he went to help out the person, his other friend.
Correct.
Okay. And what did he do?
I don't know, to be honest. I was so much going on at that time, right? There. I'm not exactly positive.
Okay.
I think I focused back on the black male fighting the first gentleman. He was fighting very well, and the guys would approach him. He knocked them back real quick.
Okay.
Then the other guy would come at him, and he would knock them back real quick.
But these guys kept coming, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm talking about the Hispanic males.
Yes, ma'am.
They kept approaching the black male.
Yes, ma'am.
And they kept trying to fight him as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And they were trying to swing, punch the black male, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see where they were swinging at? Like, was it toward the black male's head or just anywhere?
It was very difficult for them to get close to him because the gentleman could fight very well.
Okay. Did you ever see him, the Hispanic male, get in some punches?
Not until the end. The fourth Hispanic male definitely got him.
Okay. How did he get him?
I did not see the beginning of it, but I had my back turned. And when I turned around, the fourth Hispanic male had the gentleman by the back of his shirt, and his left shoulder was behind him. punching him in the right side of the face from the side and behind.
How many times and how hard?
I probably saw 3 punches.
3 punches.
And then I ran to that and broke that up instantly.
Okay.
When I was talking earlier, when I broke that up, is actually when I started to think about the blood, and that's just seconds later is when the gentleman collapsed.
Okay, the person who had a lot of blood, do you remember the exact fight between him and the black gentleman?
I believe I saw that punch thrown. Yes, ma'am.
So he had punched. So did the Hispanic male punch the black gentleman?
You're confusing me. You asked if I saw Did you ask if I saw the punch that was thrown? Where the blood came from?
No, I just want to know any type of interaction between the guy who eventually died and the black gentleman. Did you see them fight at all?
Yes, he was coming after the black gentleman. And to be honest, I do believe I saw 2 punches in his chest that made the wounds. He hit him twice in the chest, spun off that way, off to the left, and went behind me.
The other
gentleman right instantly came from kind of the passenger door where the female was after him. He hit him with a right hook, what looked to me as a right hook, in the face, and he spun off back the other direction. And then that's when I started seeing all of the blood.
Okay. Well, what you just said earlier was that you saw the black gentleman hit the guy who eventually died. What actions of the Hispanic male did you see?
Him going towards the black male.
Okay.
From behind the car, the black male was like at the back corner of the car. He was coming at him this way. He turned and hit him twice. And then the other guy instantly was coming from the front of the car or towards the passenger door of the car, and then he turned and hit him once.
Okay.
He spun one guy one direction and the other guy in the other.
Okay. So there was someone else coming, another friend to help out the Hispanic male. Is that correct? Was coming up to join the fight.
Mrs. Laskoff.
Okay, I'm going to narrate this part. Miss Laskoff asked and answered, Your Honor. The court sustained by Mrs. Chen. Okay, going to the last part of what you had said earlier, which was you did see the 4th guy get in some punches. Is that correct?
Yes, he would have.
And by that time, what were the other 3 gentlemen doing? Why was this 4th person able to get in so many punches? Ms. Laskoff, objection, speculation. The court. Why was he able to get in so many punches? Did you see where the black gentleman was in relation to the body's position? Was he already on? Was the black gentleman already on the floor?
I did not see the connection of the last gentleman fighting, who did get the lick punches in. I did not see them connect. I was facing this direction. I was facing away from that at that point. When I turned around, the Hispanic gentleman had him by the shirt, punching him. I saw at least 3 punches in the face.
Okay. And was the black gentleman on the floor, though?
He was going down, but he wasn't letting him go.
Okay, I have no other questions? The court, anything else, Ms. Lackoff? Ms. Lackoff, no, sir. The court, all right, thank you, sir. You're free to go. Just don't discuss your testimony with anybody outside. The following transcription does not depict the actual voices of Detective Telton and Deanna Washington, but these are the actual words according to the transcript of a taped interview conducted by the Orange County Sheriff's Detective Telton, recorded just hours after the incident on October 25th, 2006. Her man, King Yu, would eventually be the only man arrested, offered no plea, no bail, and would receive the maximum for each charge, including a natural life sentence without the possibility of parole for the described events which took place outside of a strip club at around 2 a.m. All this, despite the Stand Your Ground law being 1 year old at the time, and in order to please wealthy families. See 9th Judicial Circuit Court of Orange County, Florida, case number 48-200-CF-015201-0 in State versus John W. Dobbs. All the laws and all the evidence on his side, just not the law enforcement. Free King Yu.
Recall what time you got to the club?
It was like, we just come in from somewhere, and it was probably about like 1.
1 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I done already asked the club, hey, what time you close? They say at 2.
Okay, so an hour, that's pretty fast, right?
Yeah, pretty fast.
Okay.
So, went to the club now, we get our drink and we're sitting at the front door. So, we getting ready to leave now. I meet a girl, which her name is the same exact name as mine.
Really?
And she's the waitress there. So I was like, kind of excited. I was like, yeah, that's my name too. I can't believe it. I meet somebody, who has the same name as me. She already had the same birthday. So there was these guys, standing there. My dude was sitting down, and I'm talking to the girl, with the same name as me.
Okay.
And we're like sitting down at the front door.
Okay.
At our table that we got served to.
Okay.
Bought our drinks, and I'm still talking to her, and there's a guy standing there with his drink in his hand, and
So is he standing up? He's not at a table?
yeah.
He's standing?
Yeah, that's a different guy.
Okay.
Standing, with his drink in his hand.
Okay.
And I'm talking to the girl with the exact same name as mine.
Okay.
And
So as you know, this who was standing, was he black, white?
he was black.
Okay.
And he was, okay, he says, so, because me and her were talking, and I was like, he says, yo, me and her, we got the same exact name, same exact birthday, that's like, like so amazing, because I would never met somebody who said it was just like that. I've never met anyone with the same name or birthday who runs in the same month.
Okay.
And then he was just like, already I knew he was like snooty, because he was like, so what's that supposed to mean?
Okay.
And I'm like saying in my head, like, me and this girl, we just, having fun right now, being excited because we both got the same name. And here is this, sloppy comment with that, my guy, he was sitting down, and my guy said, because it's something like they're alike right now. To find out the name's different, different.
Okay.
Of being in the club right now, and then everybody was, he heard my man say something. So when he said okay, that's what he said. Like my dude said, because, right now their birthday is one day after it, the other.
Yeah.
So what the black guy said was, okay, well, I heard him say you all's birthday such and such day. Apart.
Okay.
And
now this black guy that was standing there, is he one of the same guys that he had to fight with outside?
yes.
Okay, can you describe him for me? Like his height, weight, what kind of hair he had?
He had dreads.
Okay.
He was, black, like I said. He wasn't really like dark skinned, but he had like a mustache.
Okay.
And I think he had a sweater, some kind of shirt on.
Okay.
And
was he tall, you think?
yeah, he was tall.
How, if you had a guess, how tall he was? Over 6 feet?
Probably like 6'2".
Okay.
Something like that.
How much do you think he weighed?
I think he weighed a lot, like maybe 140 something.
I mean, he wasn't fat.
No, he wasn't fat.
He was just strong, but you think of, or he was just strong built, you think, or?
Yeah, like, I couldn't really tell because, it's my dude. He's talking me out of a drink,
Okay, so after he says that, and and John says something back, I guess, what happened after that?
Well, see, this is what it was. The guy who said the smart remark, really, I done already took it as offended. And my guy, what he was trying to be like, was friendly, and I know how my guy is. He was just like, well, if you can't understand what my girl is trying to say to you right now about her being happy to be meeting someone who is the same name and birthday falls in the same month, but in a day behind. That's what she was trying to say.
Okay, and after that, what happened?
And then after that, I went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I came back, my guy was still sitting down, and I was like, all right, well, he's fine right now. He's still sipping on his drink, and
So was the guy still over there that you were talking about?
He was still over there, but he was still over there, when I got back. But it's not like that. I looked straight at him. He looked at my guy first.
How close was, is he to your table?
To my table?
Yeah, how close was he standing?
Okay, say for instance, you're my guy. And he was sitting right there in the chair.
Okay.
And I was standing like right behind him by his shoulder.
Okay.
And the guy was standing right here in front of my face.
Okay. So he was like right here and you were right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
And the girl was like right there, like right there.
Okay.
And I was hugging her.
So after that, what happened? When you come back out, what? Is there anything said then?
There was nothing said, I think my dude was just ready to go and everything. And we just left the club.
Okay, so do you know what time it was when you left the club? Or how long you stayed at the club?
All right. From the time that they say they were going to close, we probably stayed for about 1, 2, 3, 4, because they had a little show going on in the club. So after that show, the girls came down and they started dancing for whomever, and I had got me a dance.
So how long? Or so what? So you guys stayed there, about a half an hour, you think? Or a little longer?
About that much.
Okay, so at the point you got up to leave, right?
Yeah, we got up to leave.
Okay, now explain to me what happened as you guys are exiting out of the club.
Okay, we got out of the club, and my dude, for some reason, said, because these guys are talking loud, when we go outside.
So those guys, like when you came out of the club, did John and you come out of the club first, or did they come out of the club first?
They were already like out there, and when we got outside, my guy was like, yo, I could see already those guys over there trying to hate on us,
Okay.
or hate on me.
Now how many guys were there?
There was a whole bunch.
Were there more than 4? Would you say there was 4 or 5 guys that were together?
There were about...
Or how many?
There was about 5 guys together.
5 guys?
I seen so many of them coming from different angles.
So when you were coming out, they were off to themselves talking? Is that what they were doing?
Yes.
Okay.
They were off to themselves talking, and they were talking in a way where where my guy can hear it, and I...
Now, had you already walked to your car?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point...
He had already opened the door.
You and John are at your car, and while you're at your car, you can hear these guys over here talking.
Yes.
What kind of stuff were these guys saying?
He said,
Who was the person that was doing the talking?
the one that was standing there.
That was the tall guy?
I can't even remember because I seen, all of them standing at the car just talking.
Okay.
And he was like, so yeah, they're coming out right now, He's coming out here with his girl and trying to get his girl in the car, whatever. trying to drive off. And I was like, okay, it sounds like that took, trying to throw that at us right now.
Okay.
Because, we're not the only ones at our car door, and they're standing outside saying that.
Okay.
And I didn't
So?
see nobody else around.
Okay, so after that, what happened?
After that, I just seen a guy with a black shirt on. He was short.
Uh-huh.
He had a black shirt on, and I think he had something on his head.
Okay, what was, like a hat or?
Yeah, like some kind of scully.
Okay.
And he was walking toward the car, and I say, yo, daddy, this dude walking up to the car right now.
Is that what you told John?
Yes.
Now, was John inside the car or was John outside the car?
He was inside the car.
So he was already sitting down behind the steering wheel.
The steering wheel.
Driver's wheel?
Yes.
Okay, and you were where?
I was right in the passenger seat.
So you and him were already inside the car, getting ready to leave.
Yes.
When you guys seen this other guy?
Yes.
Okay, so after you tell John, you see this guy walking up, what happens after that?
He was just walking real fast, and I told my dude, and my dude just got out the car and was like, yo, like, what I mean, back up. Like, you know what I mean? Me and my ladies in the car right now, and there shouldn't be no more.
Okay.
And whatever you gotta say, or whatever kind, and whatever you gotta say, or whatever, keep it over there. You know what I mean? Like, why is this beef right now? I mean,
So all this was taking place on the driver's side of the car?
no, it was taking place on my side.
Okay, so John got out and walked around the car.
Yes.
Okay. When he walked around the front of the car?
No,
Or the back of the car?
around the back.
Okay, and how far do you think they were from your passenger's door?
I mean, he was so close. It was like if I opened the door, he would probably get hit by it.
Okay. Now, is he saying anything that this guy that came out?
He didn't say nothing. I just seen him walk up to my door.
Okay.
Doing like this with his shirt, something like that.
Okay.
Just moving around, and I'm like, yo, this is something, and
And after that, what happened? Okay. He's already up to the car door, and John gets out, and he goes around the back of the car.
Uh-huh.
How far is John standing from the guy when he's at the car talking to him?
My guy is standing right, not even 2 feet away from the car.
Okay.
And the guy,
How, like, here's the wall, and here I am. How far, say I'm John, how far is he from the guy if he, if the guy is the wall?
he was like right there.
He was about this close? Like here, you think?
Something like that, because, when the guy came up, he just like somehow started swinging on my man.
So he started swinging first.
Yes, he started swinging first, where, everybody else just started coming around the car trying to beat my man up.
So did he say anything to John before he started swinging on him?
He didn't say nothing. Like, I didn't hear him say nothing. The only thing I can say is that, I seen this guy coming. So when I seen this guy coming, I had already warned my guy. Like, yo, somebody's coming to the car right now.
Now what? What happens after they start swinging?
After they start swinging on my guy, I don't think that it was gonna go down like that. I think that, I thought that, my guy was like, gonna be like, yo man, why it's gotta be like that? Settle it.
Uh-huh.
And, I just got out the car because I seen all them other guys coming up now, punching on my guy, on my dude.
Okay.
They was punching on him.
Okay, how? Now, when you say the guys, how many guys do you think were up to the car?
Okay, from what I know, it was 3 guys in front of him trying to fight him.
Okay.
And it was a guy behind my dude.
Okay.
Which was a big dude.
Did you see what kind of clothes he was wearing? That guy that was...
Behind my man?
Yes. Was actually right behind John?
All of them, I swear to God, all of them had like, I think, all black on or something.
Right. Okay. So what's going on now when they are fighting? Now I know. Okay. I remember how they came up to John and they were swinging on him, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's swinging back.
Yeah, he's swinging back.
Okay, how long did John ever get a knife out of his pocket?
I didn't see none of that.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, it's only logical. If 3 guys come up to me,
Uh-huh.
well, actually 4. There's 1 behind me, I'm probably gonna need maybe something more than just my fist, what I mean? Because I'm gonna be scared at that point.
Yeah, but my guy, like my dude was hitting him so hard that, you know what I mean? They were backing off.
Okay.
And they still, kept on jumping on him.
Okay.
Like after I seen maybe like 2 of them back off.
Uh-huh.
Like there was 2 more coming at him.
Okay.
So, you know me, I'm a girl. I got out the car and I just started swinging too.
So you started hitting the guys too because they were...
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were beating him, like literally beating him up.
Okay.
And like I was scared. I was really scared. Ain't nobody was around, the whole club came out, but I didn't, the whole club around. I just seen these guys.
Okay, now how long do you think this lasted, this fight?
The fight lasted about 15 minutes.
15 minutes? Are you sure it was 15 minutes? Because I know sometimes when you're in a fight,
Uh-huh.
it seems like it's going on forever, but it's really not. It's probably just a couple of minutes.
All right. If we came out the club about 2,
Uh-huh.
and the club closed at 2,
Yeah.
we didn't even sit in the car about 3 minutes. We sat in the car for about 2.5 minutes.
So So you came out the club and you sat in the car for about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's when you heard these guys talking.
Yeah.
And then that's when the guy was walking over, and then John got out of the car and walked around, and they had words on the side. Then after that, the fight started.
He didn't even have words. He just said something aloud.
What did he say aloud?
Like, yo, man, it shouldn't be none of this right now. Like,
So after he said that to the guy, what did that guy say to him?
Powerful thing.
I don't even see him say nothing. I just started seeing them swinging like, not my dude. He didn't, actually have the action first.
Now, did John has already told me that he carries a knife that he used when he was in construction and stuff like that. Let me ask you this. How long have you known John?
I've known him for 2 years and a half.
2 years?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any kids by John or any children by John?
No.
Okay. So it's safe to say you guys are girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. So does John always carry a knife with him? I mean, just for protection, or have it in his, I mean, almost everybody carries a knife, and was wondering if he carried a knife. Okay.
And it's for his protection, for reasons.
Okay, now during the fight when it was going on, did you ever see John having the knife in his hand? Look, I already know for a fact that he had a knife.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that, if 4 guys jumped on me, I probably want to get a knife too. I want something.
Yeah.
So did you see at any point where he actually got his knife out and was trying to fight these guys with a knife? Before you answer that, I want you to understand a couple of things. If you look at the blood on your shoes, it comes straight down, which means you had to be in close proximity of where this took place, so you would have seen it. If you look at your shoes, you see how the spots come straight down. That means it's coming from the top down. Okay? Which means you had to. You're right there when the blood gets on your shoes. You following what I'm saying? So when you answer him, I need you to be truthful with him, because if you're not truthful with this, then we cannot believe about the other stuff.
Okay.
You're following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's already told us, all right, so you don't have to worry about protecting him. What we are trying to do is finalize the truth. Okay, so answer his question truthfully, please, because we already know the answer.
Okay.
And the reason he's asking to see in your honesty.
Okay.
You're following what I'm saying? All right, go ahead and answer it. Go ahead.
Now, like I say, I got out the car. And I started getting these guys off of him, started punching them and everything like that. The only thing I know is that, when I hit one of them, I missed. So I did a spin. But I still had my balance.
Okay.
You know, and I didn't see my guy go like this, but
It's 13
I see my
hours.
guy, you know what I mean, like, still swinging on him.
Okay, because he's telling us he had a knife in his hand, okay? He has a knife and he had the blade here.
I don't like, you know, my guy was there and, you know, he was just trying to handle them. You know, all of his punches, like, actually knocked them out, you know, and they still kept on coming for more.
Okay, because I know those guys were kind of big who came over there, okay?
Uh-huh.
And when you get, like he's saying, you know, I mean, have blood on your shoes. You got blood
On my pants.
on your pants and stuff like this.
Uh-huh.
And all these guys, their blood came as a result of being cut. It didn't come as a result of being punched.
Uh-huh.
It came as a result of being cut.
Uh-huh.
Because none of them really have anything on it that shows like a broken nose or something like that.
Uh-huh.
They're all cut marks, okay?
Okay.
And John has already told us that he cut the guys, okay?
Okay.
But I'm just like we're saying here, I'm just trying to finalize the truth, okay?
Uh-huh.
Showing that you were being honest with us and knowing all of this stuff happened.
Yeah.
Okay, but first you need to be honest with me, okay? But because if you've known him for 2 years, you know that he uses a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he knows how to use a knife. Okay?
Okay.
That's obvious, all right? I mean, anybody could, just a person off the road who saw these three guys would know how this guy knows how to use a knife.
Yeah.
You know, so at what point did you see him with the knife?
I didn't see him with no knife. That's the thing I'm trying to say.
Okay?
I just seen my guy swinging on him.
Okay, so after this all over with, or while this is going on, did you ever see anybody fall on the ground?
Yes.
How many guys actually fell to the ground?
What I was thinking was, damn, like, Daddy, you know, just hurt him, like, you know?
Okay.
He hurt him severely because I know how my guy is. My guy punches. It's so hard because I see my guy, you know, fight before.
Uh-huh.
And I know that his punches are so hard that it will knock you out.
Okay.
And it will make you actually bleed, like heavily bleed.
Now, when you saw him hit him, did you see him hit him in the face, or did he hit him in the chest? How did that work? Because I don't think he hit him in the face, okay? I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you right here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the guy, when I saw him up at the hospital and talked with him,
Uh-huh.
he didn't have any abrasions on his face.
Uh-huh.
Now that, I'm not just getting an ass whooping punch.
But you know what?
Cause I've seen people that, you know, usually when you're hit in the head, it's gonna swell like a bucket.
Uh-huh. What I was thinking was, damn, like, Daddy, you know, just hurt him, like, you know?
Okay.
He hurt him severely because I know how my guy is. My guy punches. it's so hard because I see my guy, fight before. And I know that his punches are so hard that it will knock you out.
Okay.
And it will make you actually bleed, like heavily bleed.
Now, when you saw him hit him, did you see him hit him in the face, or did he hit him in the chest? How did that work? Because I don't think he hit him in the face, okay? I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you right here. I mean, the guy, when I saw him up at the hospital and talked with him, he didn't have any abrasions on his face. Now that, I'm not just getting an ass whooping punch.
But you know what?
Cause I've seen people that, usually when you're hit in the head, it's gonna swell like a bucket. Okay, but he wasn't. He was stabbed twice right up there at the top of his chest.
Who was?
The guy with the dreads.
Okay,
So did you see him go at his chest, or how did that work? Remember now? You need to be honest with me, okay?
Like I said,
Okay.
I'm being honest. Because I was helping him too. I was helping my guy. So anybody I see come up to him, I just started hitting them, getting them away.
Okay.
And like I said, for some reason, when I hit one of them, I missed. So I did a spin around, and all I see was my dude still fighting,
Okay, now after this over with, okay?
But I didn't see no knife in his hand,
Okay, now when did you find out that he actually had a knife?
When?
Yeah.
When he got in the car and he said, oh, I think I stabbed one of them. Or what did he say?
Was this what? What? Okay. Is this while you were sitting in the parking lot? I mean, right before you leave? Okay. He says what?
He says, so that's why my dude right here, right now, is lying on the floor. And I say, that's what I'm...
So he's saying that he stabbed that dude.
I mean, he...
Is that why he was lying on the floor? I mean, the ground? Is that what he was saying?
He said, that's why I think I cut that nigga or something like that, or got him.
Okay.
That's why he's lying on the floor right now.
Okay.
Because I just seen him pass out,
Okay. So was there someone there holding this guy or something, or was he just by himself laying on the ground?
No, he was laying out on the ground. Stood there for a minute, and then they was trying to come over there to help him out.
Okay, now, when they were coming over there to help him out, did John ever stab one of those guys? Did you see him stab them?
No, because we was already in the car now.
Because now?
Oh, no, actually, my fault.
Okay.
I seen him on the floor.
Okay, on the ground, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was like after I seen the person behind my guy snuff my dude in the face.
Okay.
I say, yo, daddy, there's somebody behind you. As soon as I said that, he just snuffed him right in the face.
Okay.
Real quick.
So the guy hit John. No. Okay.
Detective McCaskill says this next part.
And that's John turned around and got him too?
I don't know if he got him, but he was just like, he turned around and, you know, it was just him. Like, it was just his force that, you know, made him back up. Detective Telton says this next part.
So after you guys get in the car, that's when John tells you that he stabbed the guy that was on the ground. Is that?
Yeah. He was like, that's why, you know what I mean, you hurt right now. That's why, you know, you got cut. I mean, I wasn't really listening to it because I was already hyperactive and, like, you know, hitting people who came up to him.
So at the time that you guys got into the car, okay, how long do you think you sat in the parking lot?
We sat there for like a few seconds.
Okay.
And they tried to come and run back up on the car again.
Who was the person running up to the car?
It was,
Was it someone from the club?
No, it was the same person that I said I seen walking up to the car.
Okay.
That said that he wanted to get the license plate number.
Okay. Now at the time, okay, so you guys got back in the car?
Uh-huh.
Right. And then now, is that the gun that was in the car, does that belong to you? Or does that belong to John?
That's not mine.
So that's John's gun?
Yes.
Okay, how long had that gun, how long had he had that gun?
Not.
Months? Because he told us he had it like 2 or 3 months. Is that true?
Then that's how long he should have had it. I mean, I'm not always around my guy. I do things, you know?
When was the last time you saw the gun?
I mean,
When was the first time you saw the gun?
it was the first time.
Yeah.
It was about not a couple months, but about 2 months ago.
2 months ago? Okay, what kind of gun is it? I mean, I haven't seen the gun yet. You just told me about it.
It's a black gun.
Is it a revolver or is it like, this kind of gun?
Yes.
Like an automatic?
Yeah.
Semi-automatic?
The one that goes like that.
With the slide? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. Did he tell you where he got that gun?
No, like,
did he buy it from someone? Did someone,
I mean, he got friends.
did someone let him have the gun or?
He got friends, so whoever he bought the gun from, you know, he bought it from them a long time ago.
Okay.
And he's just been having it ever since.
Now, he told us when he left the parking lot, he had the gun in between his legs.
I don't know that.
Okay, now he had the gun. He told us he had the gun when he got out the car. That's what he told us.
When he got out the car, when?
That time when you guys was when you told him, say, hey, yo, there's a guy walking up.
Yeah.
Okay, he's saying that he put the gun in here right before he got out the car.
Oh, in his pants?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't see the gun, you know. If he told you that, then...
Okay, I don't mean...
That's his word.
Well, I'm just asking you just to verify what he told me, okay?
Uh-huh.
See, because he told me one thing, so I want to ask you for sure if that's true, what he's telling me.
Uh-huh.
Because he's already told me that he had the gun, so that's why I asked you how long has he had the gun, and is that true, what he's telling me?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I mean, he's already saying this stuff about, I'm just asking you.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much everything, just to verify what he's telling me, okay? So that we have two stories that are alike.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so you guys got back in the car.
Yeah.
And then you head south on the trail, so that's how you guys to go, or did you guys have a plan or anything?
Yeah, like, you know, we were getting ready to go home, pack our things up.
Okay, but after all this happened, you guys went out the parking lot, right?
Yes.
And you guys drove where?
We drove on the road.
Okay.
And as we were on the road, you know, there was like a police car behind.